Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So I couldn't leave it alone. I could not leave it alone. I got this is my final video for the Mustang 2 Python, the AMT 1977 Mustang. This was done for the group build hosted by Jason over at Blue Ox Models. There'll be a link in the description below for his channel and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I couldn't leave it alone. I said I wasn't going to do no more like videos on assembling it, but I don't know. I can't help it. I made a video on it, so now we got it. So anyways, we got the car finished, and you've seen in the thumbnail, it turned out pretty cool. There's a few things I wasn't too happy with the kit. It's an old AMT kit, so take it with that. I mean, it is what it is at that point. It's a cool looking model. I give it that. Give it a few extra touches and whatnot to kind of spice it up just a little bit. But other than that, yeah, I think it turned out pretty cool. So. Of course, typical end of the day rushing on it. I mean, I really hammered on it this weekend to try to wrap it up, get it done, because I got a couple other builds I want to get going on. So, got the big show coming up in Georgia, down in Cartersville, and so far permitting, we're going to try to attend that. And I know 60th anniversary Mustang is one of the themes, so I'd like to take this guy down there along with a couple of other ones on the shelf that we're working on, and go from there. So yeah, so I thought I'd show you guys the car real quick, and yeah, well, there's a few things, like I say, that the kit was a little challenging in some spots, but like I say, it is an old AMT kit, so it is what it is. Let's go to the bench and do some final assembly on this thing, and we'll do a final reveal on it. Working with a messy bench here. I told you I wasn't going to show some of the finishing product or anything like that on the Mustang, can't even say it. But I'll just show you a few things here. So I painted underneath the hood. Didn't mask this off. I just basically held it and hit. Away we go. So the fog lights, I wanted those filled in. So I thought, you know what easier way just to tape it off. And then I also taped off the front. And I went ahead and painted the back. And then that filled that in for me on the inside. So now it's going to have that depth there. So the body, I was telling you I was going to do something a little different. So what I did is where this was, I masked these off. So these would be perfect masked off from basically here to the edge. And I wanted just to give this a little bit of a mist. That's all I was looking for. So we'll take this off and see how she looks. And I can always wet sand it just a little bit if I want to get some of the edge of the mist off, you know, just to smooth it out. So I give it something a little different. I want to go too overbearing on it, just enough to give her a little hint there. So I'm going to put those up and see what that looks like. Like I say, I may wet sand it down just a little bit. Let's see, this is the front. Not as I was planning. It's alright, I'll wet sand it down just a little bit, take it off there. Alright, I'll do this, take this off. So I didn't hear it overlapped it. So it kind of overlapped the hole. And I just kind of hit it heavy and just let it kind of fill back a little bit. So it should give me a pretty nice fit all the way around. Very nice. Yeah, it looks good. Cool. Well guys, like I said, the engine's not very detailed in this thing. I mean, this thing's just, there's nothing there. Yeah, so I'm almost thinking just gluing the hood down. This is my Mustang for the Street Machine group build. So this is the AMT Mustang 2 Python. Turned out too bad. Fought me on a few areas because it is an older AMT kit. You know, fit and finish isn't quite as it should be, but all in all, I think it turned out pretty cool. So we added ourselves a 76 license plate, did my usual antenna gig, and added a few details to it. So we put hood pins in it. And I just did the one mirror because the mirror really don't fit that well. Yeah, it doesn't even like fit hardly at all. So I thought I was going to put both of them on. I thought, man, the one just doesn't look that good. So I was thought about looking through my parts box and see what I had, but I thought, you know what, we're just going to leave that and just let it go at that. So we got our side pipes on there, lake pipes, however you want to say them. And I modified them so they are for 6-cylinder. They go nowhere. There's no exhaust hookup for it, so they're just there for the look. But still, it touches it off pretty good. I think that turned out pretty cool. A little close-up view here. Like I say, the spoiler does not fit at hardly at all. I mean, just kind of. I did not use the gas cap for the that come in the kit. That gas cap's off a Chrysler model, I believe. So I put a little horse emblem in the door there, kind of like a little hidden emblem. Yeah, so like I say, there we go. That's my build for this thing. Didn't go over the top on detail wise, especially underneath. There's just not a lot to it. And under the hood, there's nothing there. I'm thinking about just gluing the hood down and calling it a day. I need to fiddle with my pins a little bit more, my wire. That kit, that come with wire for that, but I don't know. I like the looks of the string better because the wire you could barely see it, and it kind of had a mind of its own, kind of like the string is doing. But like I say, if I glue the hood down, I can tack those pins in and just call it good. Because like I say, there's not much to look at anyways underneath there. We'll just make it a curbside. So I get a little bit of look from above. I did the emblems in red. I thought that'd be kind of cool to complement the interior. I did the Tamiya tint on the rear windows, and I'll tell you what, those windows were scratched pretty bad. I polished the crap out of those to give them this fit as good as they do. They're at least polished anyways. So yeah, so there's my build for that. So in the front, I put mesh in there. There's mesh screen, and the front marker lights. I used clear resin epoxy and did a little bit of kind of the black light on it, so you can see the running lights down below. So the lenses are epoxy resin. So it turned out pretty cool. So let's pick it up underneath here quick, give you a quick look up underneath the car. Like I say, nothing too special, just enough to, you can see those pipes, they just go nowhere. I see there's something sticking to the bottom of that wheel. Looks like a piece of foil. I used foil for the mirror because that mirror is pretty botched up. So there you have it, guys. There's my build for the Street Machine group build, hosted by Jason over at Blue Ox Models. So yeah, so we got this bad boy finished and time to move on to the next one. So once again, guys, I appreciate you watching, checking out the channel, and following along. And we will see you guys on the next video. You guys have a good one. I'll see ya.